Hi, I'm Miss Rhonda. I'm here today to bring you a short instructional video on my peach buckle recipe that is featured in our new FNIP cookbook. So it's a very easy recipe, but it has a little quirkiness to it, and it's better if I show you how to do that. And peaches are in season in North Carolina, so it's a great time to use those peaches. Now I'm going to stand up and get started on how to do this. It's very simple. So I used some frozen peaches in this, but of course you can use the fresh. I didn't have any fresh today. So this is about a half of a recipe. Actually, the size that this will make is this pan, and just fill your pan up pretty well with peaches. I don't know how much that'll be. You'll just have to judge it. If your peaches are really sweet, don't worry about adding any more sugar to that. If they're kind of sour, you may want to take just a little tablespoon of sugar and sprinkle over the top. Try to keep the sugar down as light as possible. And I always love to add a little nutmeg. Now I have a nutmeg bean that I'm going to grate, but you might have the ground already. That's fine. This has a great flavor, and I'm also going to add it to my dry mixture. So my dry mixture is really, really simple, just like the recipe says. It's 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour, 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. And I use whole wheat flour just to add a little bit of the nutrients and the fiber to the mix, but if you use all-purpose flour, that's just fine. I added 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then I added 1/2 cup of sugar. So the recipe in the cookbook is 1/3 cup of sugar. The peaches that we used were really, really sweet, and if you can reduce the sugar some, that is great. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit odd. So I'm going to make a little well in my bowl, and I'm going to simply add 1 cracked egg. And of course, I washed my hands very, very well before I began. And when I cracked the egg, I washed my hands again, because if the egg had any salmonella on it, of course, I wouldn't want to cross-contaminate anything. So anyway, you can see I just plopped the egg right down in the middle. I didn't beat it up first or no. Then I'm going to take my fork, and I am just going to gradually start incorporating the dry ingredients into that egg. And what I'm looking for is a crumble. So I'm going to continue to not beat it, but gradually wet the flour, because I'm looking for that crumb. And you can see that it is already beginning to do that. So I'm going to continue on until I have some large crumbs. And it's okay if you have a few dry specks in there. See how simple that is. I've already got the crumbs. So I have my peaches here, and all I'm going to do is simply sprinkle the dry mixture. And believe me, when I did this the first time, I called my aunt who gave me this recipe. I said, "Are you sure I have this right?" She said, "Oh yeah, you've got it right." I said, "It don't look right." She said, "It'll be fine." And believe me, it is. It's wonderful. So then I just take 1/2 stick of butter and just pour over the top. Just kind of easy. Then I put it in a 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes. The crust will feel very crunchy when you get through with it. And here is the end result. So you can see that it is very crispy on top. It's better when you serve it the day that you make it, but it gets a little softer, so some people like something soft. This is a really, really delicious dessert, and I hope you guys have fun trying it. So enjoy, and we'll be seeing you again soon. Thanks.